As unprecedented time in our history continues to evolve, we at Allant are working hard to evolve with it. Like many of you, we've been taking the opportunity to self-evaluate where we can better serve our clients, work smarter, gain efficiencies, and be more prepared to grow when we come out on the other side of these challenging times. In that spirit, we thought we would share some ideas that we know create efficiencies, save time and money for our customers, and might be low-hanging fruit for many catalog and omni-channel retailers. In today's video, Mary Kay Schultens, Allant's Vice President of Strategic Data Sourcing, will share how we're saving our clients time and money by automating list consolidation, merge purge, add a name, and suppressions.
Thank you, Jill, and welcome, and thank you for listening. As we all know, omni-channel marketing is changing. As technology evolves, we understand the challenges you face with managing peak workloads, having limited skilled resources, and budgetary constraints to upgrade outdated internal systems. Plus, the rising cost of postage, list, and paper make it more important than ever to have an automated list processing solution that generates results. In the first series, dedicated to list processing and consolidation, we show you how to gain efficiencies through automation and significantly reduce time to market for your catalog, in addition to cutting acquisition costs. Allant has over 30 years experience helping clients streamline their acquisition lists, which includes integrating a few prospect lists to hundreds of prospect lists. As validation, Forrester Research recently ranked Allant's data wrangling skills top-notch, achieving 5 out of 5 in the category. Today, we'll cover the 4 primary components of our automated list consolidation solution, which include processing, consolidation, management, and configuration. We begin with our list processing process flow. With list processing, lists are placed in a secure FTP folder uniquely assigned to each customer by list brokers, vendors, or the customer. The automated system uses a file sweeper that executes the processing module when a list with an expected file naming convention is identified. All lists run independent of one another, saving time compared to other list processing solutions that require all lists to be processed at one time. Each list is processed upon arrival. List configuration definitions and file names are passed to the processing module upon execution. This leads us to the next step, the address prep and validation. This is where the list layouts are verified, files are converted, standardized, and validated. Automated quality control includes USPS delivery point verification and verification of name and address against name and addresses in our national consumer files. Lists that achieve results outside predetermined thresholds are failed, and notifications are sent to our support team and client to quickly resolve the issues before it becomes a problem. Our clients really appreciate the immediacy of our ability to identify lists that are problematic the day the list arrives, allowing time to react and correct quickly, avoiding last-minute fire drills. I cannot emphasize enough that each list is processed once it hits the FTP site. After the lists are converted and validated, the list processing module can be customized to meet different customer business rules. Here's an example of our processing flow. In the next module, adding missing and required data, using phone and email address to match to client or Allant data sources, we can fill in missing name and address information that is necessary to complete the list consolidation. Following up with national change of address in the change of address box, using the 48-month USPS file and supplementing with a 60-month proprietary move source, we are able to append the most updated address. CAS certification, LAX, and delivery point verification are all included in part of this process. The next module, data enhancement, allows Allant to append demographic data and run model scoring to rank records for post-merge purge selection. Multiple source appends are available through Allant, along with custom model scoring. In the next module, the suppression module, Allant appends suppression flags for post-consolidation campaign exclusion. Flags included are deceased, prison, military, DMA, and profanity. We also may include your opt-out list at this time and either flag or remove your customer suppressions. The next box, data integration, one of the most important processes in this process. Allant's proprietary identity resolution solution, which we call IRIS, is at the heart of our ability to automate the list consolidation process. IRIS provides unique flexibility to apply corporate and/or brand-specific business rules for consolidating data using multiple levels of individual and address and household linking. This is useful when integrating the multiple acquisition and customer suppression lists. IRIS utilizes name, address, city, state, and zip code to identify unique addresses, households, and individuals across all lists and assign persistent IDs. Those persistent IDs are assigned to the address, household, and individual level when a list are processed. That ID is consistent across all lists. Finally, we move to the holding area. Once files complete processing, they are placed in a holding area to wait for the remaining list. Email notification of results are sent to the support team and client once a file has arrived in the holding area. List processing results are used to update the process date, quantity of received, rejected, and accepted records. List consolidation is the next step. Once all the lists have been received and processed, the list consolidation module uses the IDs assigned by IRIS to identify duplicates at the individual or household level. We can even identify dupes at the address level based on the customer's specific requirements. Using the IDs previously assigned by IRIS greatly reduces processing time of the consolidation process. Those savings can remove days from the process, days that really add up for the brands, executing multiple campaigns on a weekly, monthly, or quarterly basis when timelines are tight. List code, description, and priority captured in the list management module are used to establish rules for deduplication, suppression, multi-buyers, and survivor priority. Industry standard merge-purge reports, such as job summary, broker reports, list interaction, and duplicate samples are generated. The reports are the unique universe are delivered to the client via SFTP with email notifications of results sent to the support team. On this slide is just an example of some of the reports. List management is a key part of the automated solution. Our detailed online tracking system, which we internally call DOTS, stores the information needed to process lists upon arrival, capturing, processing, providing daily process reports, and executing the list consolidation process. List codes, descriptions, priority, and expected volume are imported into the system and referenced throughout our process. This is a central location of the list management system. The list processing results are used to update process date and quantity of received, rejected, and accepted records for each list. Automated daily progress reports are generated from this system and emailed to key stakeholders to identify outstanding lists and quantity discrepancies. On this next slide, we see an example of a list configuration. List configuration includes defining file naming convention, record layouts, and expected file formats for each list imported in the list management process. Input variable names are maintained and aliases are used to assign expected keywords for defining variables needed for the consolidation process, such as assigning the keyword primary address as an alias to any client variable that may have a different name, but the same field content, such as address 1, ADDR1, or ADD. These are all assigned the alias primary address. List codes can also be added based upon associating a file name to a list, defining a variable in the file or by defining a hard-coded value. An important optional service is Alliance Add a Name process. To optimize postal discounts and savings, we created an automated Add a Name process. This automation, separate from the automated list processing, gives clients the ability to make final campaign selections from the unique universe. The process adds additional records to the final campaign file to ensure that carrier routes with more than 7 pieces are updated to include 10 pieces to optimize postal discounts. This adds 3 additional names. Sources of the additional records can include inactive customers, unselected records from the unique universe, or additional acquisition records from Alliance proprietary national consumer file. Standard reports and updated campaign file are delivered to the client via SFTP with email notification of results sent to the support team and to the client. We believe the efficiency improvement achieved by automation will reduce the time marketers spend in list consolidation and leave them more time for other more important tasks. Our automated approach is repeatable, scalable, and we know it works. As an example, we were able to significantly improve the time it took to process hundreds of lists from 3 weeks to about 1 week for one client. And another client recently told us that our process shaved 5 days from their current processing effort. Ultimately, our goal is to help our clients. We can do this by gaining efficiency through automation, identify problems early in the process, allowing time to react and correct quickly, significantly reduce time to market for mailings, and cut acquisition costs. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your interest. Jill has some closing comments and important information to share with you before you go. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this presentation. As a thank you, if you'd like to validate your current approach or are curious to see if Allant can help you save time and money, we would be happy to demonstrate at no charge and using your data how Allant's automated list consolidation process works and identifies time and cost savings. No commitment is required. Contact us today.